Did you know that there are some Instagram theme pages making over $10,000 a month? It's true, and I'm about to show you how to start your own in just 20 minutes. You don't need any special skills, any fancy equipment, or a big budget or anything like that. All you need is your phone, Wi-Fi, and the willingness to learn. So let's dive in so I can show you how to tap into this lucrative opportunity that nobody is talking about. So first and foremost, what is a theme page? Basically, it's just any page that you see on Instagram. It's typically faceless, and the account is just showing content about a particular theme. Hence the name theme page, right? So we're gonna dive into a couple examples just so you guys get an understanding. But I'm sure you guys have actually come across a lot of these different theme pages, but you probably haven't thought twice about it just because they're sharing a certain type of content that you like. So let's dive into some examples now. So we are going to go over some of the pages that I was telling you about. Some of the really common, popular, and profitable pages that a lot of you probably know about. One of the major things when it comes to creating an Instagram theme page is to literally pick a theme, right? And the most common themes, or I should say niches, is health, wealth, and relationships. So a lot of these pages we're going to look at are in any of those niches, and we're going to talk about a strategy of actually sub-niching or building a page around a sub-niche instead of just an overall niche, because it could be a little bit, it's just a different strategy. So as you can see, this page is called Wealth. It's probably like the best name for the page, right? So it's not too common that you're going to be able to get like a really good name like this, or just like a one-word name, especially now that Instagram's been around a lot, or been around for a long time. You're usually going to have to combine 1, 2, maybe even 3 words to find a good name within your niche, but we'll get into that. This page is Wealth. Obviously, it's about wealth. They have 10.3 million followers. They've probably had this page for like years. They've been posting content on this page for years. What I like to do is not only just look at their followers and their posts and everything like that, but I also look at how they monetize. One of the best ways to monetize an Instagram theme page is by sponsored posts or shout outs. So you'll see basically other people will reach out to this page and they will basically pay this page to post them on their page. Very simple, sponsored post or shout out. They will pay this page to shout their profile out. And I'm sure we could find one because they're probably doing daily shout outs. This might be one. Okay, yeah, so this is one, right? So this brand paid this Wealth page for a shout out about their watches, right? And if you go to their page, like it's all about watches. So they paid the Wealth page, which is right in their niche, because these look like I don't know if they're luxury watches. Patek, yeah, I think they're a luxury watch. I don't know, I'm not a watch person. But they paid the Wealth page to shout them out. I'm sure we could find another one. Let's see. This seemed like all news. Let's see if this is one. No, that's just a normal post. Let's see. I mean, they post so much. If you go to their posts, you'll see like how often they post. Two days ago, 2 days ago, they're posting like 3 days ago, 3 days ago. They're posting like looks like 6 or 7 or even 8 times a day. So let's try to find another sponsored post. Let's see, I probably missed one, but let's go to, okay, this one. This page paid Wealth to shout them out and get more attention on their fragrances. So that's just one of the most simplest ways to make money on Instagram with a theme page. You literally just create content about a particular niche. In this case, it's about wealth, but they also mixed in a lot of like news and media stuff, which is also a super popular, like this is like a really broad audience, right? Because there's people that are interested in making money, and there's also people that are interested in the news, and that's a huge audience, right? So they can pretty much sell anything on this page in relation to mostly wealth, right? Let's check out another page. We all know the Shade Room, right? So I don't know if you guys, I don't even follow Shade Room because it's just a lot of nonsense to me. It's a lot of noise. But they are a news/media theme page. Again, super popular. Obviously, a lot of people watch the news, like trending news, everything like that. They do a whole lot of shout outs, especially like Fashion Nova shout outs. So that's one of the main ways that they make money, especially when they have, okay, let's see their link in bio. They have when a meet and greet. So they have like a bunch of random stuff. They have a newsletter. They probably pitch in their newsletter. So yeah, so you always want to pay attention to how they monetize. Let's look into another page, Black Hustlers Club. It's another theme page around just kind of like motivation and I guess Black news. So, but you can pay attention to the name. Obviously, it's a really good name if you're talking about making money, Black news, etc., etc. This is another page. This is a motivation page. Motivation is a super, super huge niche to go into. You can kind of like sub niche down into whatever like you want. So if you're talking about motivation, you could talk about like money motivation. You could talk about like relationship motivation. Like you could talk about a lot. So motivation is a pretty open niche as well. One thing that you want to like pay attention to as well, like these big pages, they have their own like branding. See how it's like blue here. The wealth page was like yellow. This page was like black, basically. Some don't. I mean, Shade Room definitely doesn't have like a theme or a branding color. So as I was saying, one of the most important parts when it comes to getting into Instagram theme pages is choosing a niche that makes sense. So you want to choose from the top 3 niches, like I said, which is health, wealth, or relationships. And then here's where you can get a little bit more targeted. You can choose to focus on a sub niche of people within that niche. So let's say I choose the health niche, and me as a mom, I would choose something like, okay, I want to create content for women who want to get healthy, but not just women who want to get healthy, mothers who actually had a baby and want to get back in shape. So that's like a sub niche, right? So that's a more targeted audience. And then you would choose, if you want to sell digital products that I'm going to get into later, you would choose digital products that relate to, you know, mothers who are looking to lose weight or mothers who are just generally looking to get healthy. And it's important to sub niche down, especially if you're looking to sell a specific product, because you'll probably get more conversions rather than just being super broad with just like one general niche. Unless I think just choosing a general niche like health, wealth, and relationships, I think that works really well for just like sponsored posts if that's the monetization method that you want to use for your Instagram theme page. But if you want to sell products and if you want to like get specific, even with like affiliate marketing, then you want to choose a sub niche for sure. Make sure when you are choosing a sub niche, you want to choose one that is profitable and easy to grow. And the best way to figure out if it is easy to grow is to find like 5 to 10 other pages within that sub niche and see like their growth, see like how many followers they have, how they're also monetizing their page. And then you can now have proof essentially that this sub niche actually works and it's in demand, because you don't want to choose a sub niche that is actually not in as demand as you think just because you like that sub niche. So choose something that you like, but also that people are interested in. Next, we're going to talk about creating your digital identity. So one thing that's important, if you noticed in the pages that I showed you, was their usernames were actually very simple and directly related to their page. So you saw the wealth page that is obviously about wealth. You saw the motivation page, which is obviously related to motivation. And you saw the alpha page, which is obviously related to like men and motivation and things like that. So it's important to choose a name that is short and simple, that's also related to your niche and your brand, and that's actually available. So that's the hardest part, is like, since Instagram has been around a while and people are like starting to kind of catch on, not really, but starting to like make all these different pages and stuff like that, it's harder to find names that are actually available, especially like the super popular names that have like wealth in it or motivation. Usually you have to like add in like a period or an underscore or whatever the case may be, but just try to make your username like original, but also like in relation to your brand. And I would recommend that you don't use more than 3 words. 3 words is like the max. If you're going to use like a period or an underscore, only use 1, just because you don't want like all these weird, like you don't want like 2 periods in your name or like 3 or anything like that. I mean, you can have it, but just try to keep it as simple as possible for somebody to be able to type in your name and find your page. So now I actually want to refer back to my computer and show you guys what I mean by creating your visual first impression. All right, so one thing I want to show you guys is what's really important, or 2 things. The logo, which is not as important as the bio actually. So don't sleep on what's necessary to make a good bio, because this is how you're going to direct people to, you know, how they can get in contact with you, what you provide, and pretty much how you can make money. So let's look at the 2 things. So we have the logo here, wealth, very simple. Keep it as simple as possible. Honestly, like spend the least amount of time in your logo. Like it's just, it doesn't need to be anything crazy. It can just be the word spelled out, right? But your bio, you want to make sure their bio is pretty simple because they kind of already have like authority, so they don't really have to put much. But in most cases, you have to show the viewer or anybody landing on your page what exactly your page is about and what value they'll get from you. And, you know, if you have anything that you're looking to sell. So you can check out their bio. Obviously, like I said, they're monetizing mostly from sponsored posts. And let's see. Shade Room. Again, super simple bio, all about news. They're showing you what channels that they're on, and then they're also showing you their different pages, right? Then we have Black Hustlers Club. The news pages, there's really not much to put in them besides, like, you know, I mean, this is really simple. Maybe like he doesn't want to take any sponsored posts at the moment, because I know at one point this guy was monetizing through sponsored posts. But just very simple bio. Another one, let's go see. Stay strong, motivated. So this is one that's like really good. I like this bio because it's showing like what their page is about. Obviously, their name is Stay Strong, Motivated, but changing your mindset, helping you stay strong and motivated. So this is both about their bio, right? Or this is both about their page. And then this is like what they want to lead you to. And then this is their call to action. And then they have their link. So I think this is a far better like bio because it shows exactly what their page is about and then directs you to do what they want you to do, which is sign up for their newsletter. So that's really important. Your bio should be no more than 3 to 4 lines. 4 lines like max. And then you should have your link. So, and I'm also going to talk about this monetization strategy. So I can guarantee you this is a Beehive newsletter. Oh, it can't be reached. I'm pretty sure it's a Beehive newsletter. There's a really cool way to monetize off of newsletters. Okay, now we're at my favorite part of Instagram theme pages, which is actually creating the content. So you're probably wondering, okay, how exactly do you create the content? And I'm going to do a walkthrough video on another video, not this one because I don't want it to be too lengthy, but I'm going to give you the method that you can use to start creating content right away, and especially use this for creating viral reels, because this is the exact method that I actually used to create the viral reels, that 1.5 million reel that my reel got. This is exactly how I did it. So it's called the 10 by 10 method. What you do is you write down 10 of your competitors' pages, you save 10 of their most viral reels. So right in the Instagram app, you can save posts and save reels. You want to save their 10 most viral reels, and you do that for all 10 of your competitors, and boom, you have 100 reels that you can basically recreate right there and then. So in order to make this really simple, you probably want to just create a Google Sheet of all this just to keep it like organized. But that's honestly the fastest way that you can start creating content and create viral reels. And honestly, that plan works over and over and over again, because what I'll do after that 100 reels have been posted is I'll pretty much just go back to my competitors' pages, see if any other reels have blown up, take those reels and recreate those reels as well. So it's just a constant like checking on your competitors. It's competitor research basically. And then at some point you'll start to get in the groove and figure out how to create like your own original potentially viral reels yourself. One of the ways to actually like create the reels and create all your content without burning out too much is to use the Meta Business Suite or any other scheduling tool that you want to use. You can use like any third-party scheduling tool. The only hiccup that I have with the Meta Business Suite is that they don't have the audios, the same audios, trending audios that they have directly on the Instagram app. So you kind of have to take an extra step in order to get those trending audios, which I can probably make another video about that. But the easiest way to schedule your content is through Meta Business Suite. And if you want to get specific trending audios, then you can schedule within the Instagram app, which is also pretty helpful. And one thing to keep in mind when you are recreating this content that is most likely going to help you also go viral is that you don't want to deviate too much from the original content. You want to create your own content. But let's say like you found a motivational viral that has like a speaker, a motivational speech behind the video, and the video is showing like a line or something like that. You don't want to like completely change that video and recreate something totally new. You just want to find maybe like a different clip of a line with the same motivational speech and audio in the background and use that. Like, don't try to totally recreate the reel, recreate different elements of the reel, but keep the same elements that make that reel, like that obviously make that reel super impactful and super viral. So like I said, just try to like maybe even tweak, like for example, don't tweak the text, just tweak like maybe the color behind the text or whatever it may be. Like, just don't try to totally recreate a super viral reel, because it obviously went viral for a reason. Okay, now I know I said that creating content was my favorite part, but this is actually my favorite part, which is the monetization of your Instagram theme page. Now, as I said earlier in the video, one of my favorite things to do is to check out these Instagram theme pages, especially the competitors in my industry, and just look at how they're monetizing, right? So like what you do is you go to their link in bio and you see exactly what products if they're selling digital products, you see what products they have linked up in their bio. If they're selling, you'll see if it's like affiliate marketing, if they created their own product. You'll see if they're doing sponsored posts, as I showed you before, they'll typically have their email in their bio. So you want to pay attention to how the different pages in your niche and your sub niche are actually monetizing, because that'll be important. You don't want to deviate too far off. No, you can sell pretty much anything that you want to sell, but you want to kind of be in line with what's actually working in your industry. So a lot of pages in my niche, which is actually the motherhood / parenting niche, or sub niche, I should say, they sell a bunch of different digital products. They sell PDFs. They also sell digital courses and things of that nature. So on my page, I'm actually doing the same thing. I lead people to a free PDF, which then sells them into a digital course. I also have a paid PDF that I sell on my page as well. And I do that because obviously the other pages in my industry, because that's how they're monetizing their accounts. And at the end of the day, what you can do is always test what works best. So you might have a digital product in your bio for a few months, and you might see that it's not selling as well. Maybe you change it up to a newsletter, but you kind of have to understand the concepts behind the monetization strategies. So if you're selling through a newsletter, then the second element that comes behind that is being able to properly do email marketing and proper email copywriting. So you kind of have to know what you're doing. If you're selling digital products, then obviously that's a whole nother thing, because you got to create your storefront and all these things. Honestly, I probably have to create another video to dive deeper into monetization, because it can get a little bit more complex than what I'm making it seem. But I will say the easiest and probably most simple way to do this, to monetize without having to build out a funnel or email marketing or anything like that, is to sell sponsored posts. And you can easily find out how much sponsored posts are going for in your niche or in your sub niche by simply, obviously reaching out to the competitors in your niche. And then obviously you can figure out how much to charge then you can obviously figure out how much to charge on your page based on the amount of followers you have, because obviously if you're just starting out, then you won't have a lot of followers the way that they probably have. And honestly, you probably shouldn't be selling any sponsored posts probably until around 5,000 or more followers. On the lower end, a lot of these pages sell sponsored posts and they have 50,000 plus followers. Not saying that you can't sell before then, but you definitely have to have a good amount of followers and engaged followers at that, because if you think about it from a business perspective, if I'm going to pay you to post my brand on your page, I want you to have as many followers as possible, obviously. And I want the point of me posting on your page is so I can get leads and sales for my product. So your page has to make sense, basically. And the best part about Instagram theme pages is that because your face is not involved, the brand is not totally relying on you, right? That's the best part, which makes it infinitely scalable. When you're starting to get consistent sales, all you need to do is pretty much hire one person to take over the content creation part, maybe negotiating sponsored post deals, and you're pretty much good to go. You'll pretty much have an automated system. This is why Instagram pages is theme pages are so great, because it's not rocket science. It's literally anybody can do it. You can do it completely from your phone. I like to incorporate my laptop just because it's easier for me, but you can honestly do everything from your phone. You can create the content from your phone. You can edit videos from your phone. You can do everything. You don't need a laptop at all, especially to get started. So honestly, I think this is the best side hustle, especially going into 2025. And what I've noticed is that because you're able to scale it, what a lot of the top gurus are doing is that they will scale one page, make another page, use that page that already blew up to blow up their next page, and then some, and it just keeps going on. They use the next page to blow up their next page, obviously if it's all still related to the same niche. And they just keep blowing up these Instagram pages. You can flip them, so you can sell these theme pages, to buyers, to people who will look to then take on that theme page and that, make it their own, sell their own products and everything like that. So there's a whole business behind it. You can sell your services to other people to grow their theme pages. So it's kind of like real estate. It actually is. It's digital real estate. because it's occupying a place on the internet. And once you turn it into an income producing asset, it then has value. Then you can sell off or you can keep it, and you either keep an income generating asset or you sell it, which is just, you have so many options. So I think it's one of the best business models. I'll tell you one thing. I actually started off in the online marketing industry by doing Ty Lopez's social media marketing agency course. And that was like in 2017, I think, or 2016. And funny enough, like there's a couple like heavy hitters that I follow in the Instagram theme page, like industry. And if you know Ty Lopez, you know like he's super successful in online business, right? And he's actually working with one of the top Instagram theme page guys. And he is tag teaming to basically like build out a huge like, I guess, inventory of theme pages. He's now teaching other people how to do it. But I know that I'm not in his program, but I know that he's using basically this guy as like the face and using like his model of things to explode, like teaching people how to start Instagram theme pages. So if Ty Lopez is getting behind it, then you know that this business is actually blowing up because it's so simple to start and it can actually generate you anywhere from 5 to 10K or more a month. So right now for me, I'm currently working on sales. I have a bunch of leads for my page. As you can see, it's a little bit under 1,000 followers. So obviously it's not going to generate a huge amount of money, and I'm not looking forward to. I'm definitely looking over the longer period of time, anywhere from 6 to 12 months to really start to generate some good money. But I'm telling you right now, you don't want to wait to get into this. Like, you don't. I'm telling you don't want to wait to get into this. You don't want to, like, you probably already missed the crypto train. You missed the dropshipping train. You missed the Etsy shop selling train, whatever you want to call it. Don't miss the Instagram theme page train. I'm telling you right now. Am I a guru? No. But I have already had a couple videos go viral. I have been getting a bunch of leads. These leads are then going to turn into sales through my email marketing funnel. So I understand the business very well. And I'm telling you right now, don't wait. So if you're interested in Instagram theme pages, check out my guide down below. It'll show you exactly how to start your own Instagram theme page, all the steps from A to Z. You'll pretty much have everything you need to get going. And if you want additional help, meaning some coaching from me, I'll also drop that link in my description as well. I do offer one-on-one consultation calls, so you can also check that out. Otherwise, if this content interests you, make sure you guys go ahead and like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos just like this. I'm going to be going heavy into Instagram theme pages because I honestly think it's the best way to make money online. It's literally mind-blowingly easy. So if you're interested, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.